Hey, good evening. Brandon here. Stocks and options, Tuesday night class. Before we get started, we're going to start with questions. Bradford, you up, baby. You up.
For your personal, like if you were starting a personal futures account, which I'm thinking about getting ready to start now instead of the prop firms, how much would you, I mean, even starting with like the MESs and stuff, I was thinking about Ninja Trader, but how much would you start with funding it? What's a comfortable range, you think? Maybe even the possible trade like the floor and ceiling. How about that?
I mean, it depends what your plan is. I mean, you could fund it with as little as $500. I mean, I probably would have a buffer of at least $1,000. You know what I mean? And if you're trading MES contracts, then you would probably think about it. Every 10-point movement, you'd be down $50. So, I mean, that's super conservative. I mean, you could almost trade $250 for that one account. You know what I'm saying? But I personally would like to have at least around 1,000, no less than 500, and I would just solely focus on MES contracts. You follow me?
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Yep. How much you put in your account?
I don't know yet, but I mean, by you saying that, it made me feel good because I thought I might need to start off with at least like 5 to 10 or something like that. I know I could start off with like 1,000 or so, but I didn't know how you know what I'm saying, how probable it was. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was gonna be just a hard thing to do with futures, like to build up a small account like that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, to be able to trade like a strategy such as floor and ceiling.
Yeah. So the thing about trading with the MES is it's definitely going to take a long time to grow your account up. But the thing is like if you can make money on one MES contract, you can slowly scale it up.
Right.
So you would just trade 2 or 3, then 3 or 4, then 4 or 5. But trading the one contract is kind of gets you more comfortable trading whatever method you want to trade and just taking the same setup over and over again. You know what I mean? I think you would understand if you trade the floor and ceiling. You trade it every single day. I think you'd understand how easy of a technique that is. But that's just my opinion.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yep, not a problem. Anybody else have any questions? Bob L, you got something?
Oh, no, I'm just having issues with my internet because you keep on freezing on me.
I mean, I ain't froze over here. It's hot in my house. Yeah.
DCG and see what happens.
All right. Well, it's 9:05. Let's get ready to rock and roll here. If anybody has any questions, feel free to come off the mic. You can interrupt me if you'd like. If not, then we just want to keep on trucking, right? So in tonight's agenda, if you guys don't have no questions, we're going to recap one of our day trading techniques, the floor and ceiling. I feel like a lot of people are overlooked at. It's very powerful for the trading view. And then we'll keep moving right along. So, all right, let's get ready to rock and roll here. This is recorded. DCG Elite IO. The second I end this call, you'll be able to have the replay. Yolanda, what's going on? Do you have a question?
No, just wanted to mute.
Okay. Hey, you good? Just making sure. All right. Let me get this over here and let's get this up. And we're going to make this larger. So we have a couple different techniques that we use. As you can see, this is my Beast Mode Elite template. And let's see. We're just going to cut all the noise on everything down. So this is the basics of the floor and ceiling, right? And it is a very powerful yet simple technique that in the end, if you trade proper risk management, you use consistency and you trade your plan each and every day, you find, right? So the Beast Mode ceiling is a breakout for calls. And a lot of times, if we break the ceiling, we have a very high probability to hit our price target, Beast Mode Trading price target, we call it. And if it breaks this level, most of the time it's going to the next level. So
302.
Naomi, I'm muting you unless you got a question. So a lot of times what happens is let's say the market opens up over here and we're waiting. If it breaks this level, I have expectations, unless news comes out or a catalyst will push it the opposite way, I have expectations that it should come up here and get close to this area. If we close above it, right, probabilities is even greater to keep coming up here to the next level. Even after the floor and ceiling breaks itself, these are levels to keep your eyes on throughout the day. So you can use them as like extensions, right? If we get all the way up here to PT 2 or 100, a lot of times you'll get a reversal, and then you'll stay trading sideways through that session. A lot of times, you know me, I like to get to 2 net winning trades in the morning, and then I call it a day, because a lot of times, if you didn't know this yet, the market has different cycles. Typically from 9, and I'm Eastern time, so this is what I'm referring to. From 9:30 to about 11:30 or 12, you're going to get typically moves like this. Let me get my drawing tool again. From 9:30 to about 12, you're going to get a move down, a move up, a move down, a move up. You see this box. If you put a box right here, the high and low, that's a lot of movement. In the afternoon section, look how low this box is, right? Meaning that it typically consolidates. Then the last from 2:30 to 4, you'll get a bigger box right here. So you could see even on this day is a perfect example. This is where the star's at. That's a great volatility area that I personally like to trade. In the afternoon, I'm going to put an X because I do not like to trade that. And then in the last hour and a half, this is another area where you could take these levels and trade from them, right? Typically, if we break above this level, you would expect it to come back up and hit that. Just like over here, we broke the ceiling right there. We hit our target. It typically hits our target a lot faster in the morning sessions, right? So if you don't know how to use the floor and ceiling, let me erase all this. It is very easy. In the mornings, here's our money box, right? And we wait for the market to open up. We wait for it to put a high and a low in, and then we wait for our box to populate. Once it breaks the ceiling, which is right here, I'm taking calls or I'm taking future longs, and I'm putting a stop out down here at the floor, stop loss. My expectations is in the mornings, right, in the first hour and a half, 2 hours, if it breaks the ceiling, I expect it to come close to this area, and that's when you hear me say, I'm going in a risk-free trade, right? That's just me. On the flip script, price comes all the way back down. It ends up breaking the floor right here. I'd expect price to come close to this middle line, which we fell short, but once again, we got pretty close to it. And you can look at this 397.62 to 397. That's about a 60-cent drop right there. That is on the share side. That is plenty of money for you to be able to capitalize going risk-free in the option world, right? This is today. If you come back in and we look at the previous trading day, which was Friday, what happened on Friday? We come back here on Thursday. Here's Thursday. We come back here on Wednesday. Are you seeing a common thing? We actually took a loss. Well, I shouldn't say we. I did. If you see this little wick right there, I took calls right here, and I was still in this trade. Should have went risk-free right there, and I didn't. Price went down, broke the floor right here, stopped out of my calls. I then took puts, went against me. Price went down, got close to this line. I went risk-free, but I'm still down. So we have a loss right here, right? Then on the flip script, I got a smaller winner on there. I ended up taking a ceiling break right here and held this until we got about right there. I got another winner on this method, right? Moving along to the next day. We broke the floor right here. Got kind of close to our middle line, depending on the movement. 43 down here to you gotta think of it like this: 393.40, and it got down here to 392.40. That's a whole dollar move right there. If you traded one futures contract, that is $500 for one ES contract, and that is $50 for one MES contract. To me, there's no reason that you should not be risk-free, even though we fell short of our target. To me, once you break down and you get a certain move, you can take your stop from up here and push it down right there and then at least you're protected. You're walking out with a guaranteed winner. So in this trade in the room, we said to go risk-free, right? We got another winner on it. Then if you waited, and ended up breaking the ceiling right there, you got another winner right there. And what do you see? We broke this and we came close to our purple line. But if you're noticing something, it is well respected, right? Here, we broke above it, went up to our next level, and then price started coming back down. We picked it up, we bounced here, come right back up to this level, come back down, we bounced here again, broke above this level, went right to the next level. So it is very, very important to keep your eyes on these levels, and they auto-populate. So if you traded every single one of these so far, you'd have one loss, one winner, another winner. You'd have two winners, one loser. This would be your third winner with one loser. Over here, we broke the ceiling. This would be our fourth winner with one loser. Then we broke the ceiling here. I think it was today. You got 5 winners and 1 loser. You bring up your calculator because I'm a numbers guy. 5 winners divided by 6 total trades because you had 1 loser. That's an 83% ROI probability. Put a DCG in the box if you'd be happy with that on the day trading side. In the last 1, 2, 3, 4 days, you could have been 83% win rate. I tell people that I win about 75 to 80%, and I purposely say that because once you win 85 or 83, 84, 85, 90%, you're very happy, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm going to put a DCG in the box because I'm happy with it. You know what I mean? This is one technique that we have on the day trading side, right? Another thing that we have, if we look at today, and this helps me determine if it's going from a different level, which a lot of people should have as well. The Beast Mode Takeover. This is another one of my elite scripts that all my elite folks have this. And check it out. Look how easy this is. Price gives you a buy right here. You had confidence to hold this trade, right? And use these levels as potential targets. And look what happens. Bang. Price goes up here. Does it hit your target? Yup. Then we get a sell signal right here. You see the sell signal right here? You could take another trade. If you take this sell signal right here, you know that if it breaks this level, it should go to this level. If it breaks this level, it should go down to this level. And if it breaks that level, it should get very close to this level. Do you see that? So you can use these levels almost like fib levels and use these buys and sells. Right here, we got another buy signal right here. What happens? You know that we should at least hit this level, and if we break that, we should at least hit this level. Unfortunately, this time, this is why we go risk-free. It did not give us that. Then we get a sell signal, and right here, we get a sell. Where does it go? Straight down to this level. Now we get a buy signal right here, and where does it go? Breaks by this level, comes back down, but still never breaks the low of where our stop out would be, and goes back up very close to this level. Now you get a sell signal right here. First stop should be this level. Second stop will be this level. What's the odds it hits this level and bounces? Then we get a buy right here. Comes close to this level before reversing. Then we get a sell signal, and we get we hit this level. So I keep this up at all times for potential targets of where price should go. But that's just me. So if you guys do not know that yet, I recommend keeping an eye on it. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Yep. So that is some of the day trading techniques, right? Then if I remove this, another one that we have, right? This is another elite tool that we have. We have the reversals. If the background, if you notice something, you see how choppy it gets here in the mornings? We have a nice green background. We have a nice red background. If our background is green, I then come down to a 1-minute time frame chart and I look for my entries, right? So what I like to do is I like to trade on the 1-minute time frame. In the mornings, if you see the background's red, the first 15 minutes the background was red, and then from 9:45 all the way till 10:30, my background was green. So another thing that I like to do is I like to use this tool, and I put it on Heikin-Nashi candles, and it gives me, it smooths everything out. You see that, right? But then I come down on a 1-minute time frame, and I look at this and I say, well, All right. Remember, in the first minutes today, we had red signals until right here. Look what happened. We all got a sell alert right here. There's one scalp. So if you live trade with us every morning, this is one of the techniques that we use. Then from right here, from 9:45, we only want to take the buy signals, right? From a scalping standpoint, which will put us in right here. Here's one buy, right? Here's two buy. Here's three buy. And here's four buys. 4 and 0 using the tools that we have. That's why I say trading's made easy, because a lot of people overcomplicate it, right? But in the end, if you stick with the same patterns and setups over and over and over again, that's what gives you a very high probability, right? So that is the reversal arrow. And let me put it back to a regular candle so we can see the actual price, right? Another thing, on the swing trades, right? We talked about this before. If I go to the daily and I exit out the elite, but I keep the reversal signals on only, you got this right here. The last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's our background? Our background's green. A lot of people took calls right here at 388, and look where price is at. We hit 400 today. I would have went risk-free on this day because I'm a sucker for the quick profits, but letting a runner go, you could have had easy money right there, right? That's just me. And that is some of the day trading techniques that we like to use, right? And you guys could say, well, I don't have what you have, but then I would beg to differ, because we're going to go in here to the Discord, and everything that you guys see on the charts here, if you come down here, if you didn't know this yet, you're about to know now. The Beast Mode algos. Does everybody see this right here? You see today at 9:02 p.m. we got an ES buy signal. If you come here to the day trading sessions, 9:30, and you use these as filters, all these filters are doing for you is using the tools that I have, but giving them access to everybody, especially if you're not in the elite. You'll see something like this, right? On a 30-minute time frame, because a little bit slower. What was our first one? Let me check. Amazon buy at 9:30 this morning. Does everybody see that? Or Tesla buy at 9:30 this morning, right? So now if we come here to Tesla, let's get rid of SPY. Here's our first algo. We got a Tesla buy. As soon as the market opened up, we got a buy right here. Are we bullish or are we bearish on this? Would you want to be taking calls or would you want to be taking puts? Put it in the chat box. Let's see what everyone says. Me, I'm a trend trader. So you got, yep, I'll be taking calls too. Why? That's a very solid signal. So if you like trading the stock option side, one benefit of the many benefits that we have is all these signals are webhooked into the server. So you can use these things as trends, right? So if